start the topic with a positive thought, that is, no one can defeat you without your permission. मतलब जब तक आप इजाजत नहीं देते तब तक आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. मतलब आप मन से जब तक हार नहीं मानोगे तब तक आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए प्रयास करते रहो और अपना जीत के लिए द्वार खुला रखते रहो. ठीक है, इस विश्वास के साथ चलो आज का टॉपिक शुरू करते हैं. आज का टॉपिक है रिफ्रैक्शन थ्रू प्रिज्म. प्रिज्म में रिफ्रैक्शन कैसा होता है और इसके लिए हमें जो एंगल ऑफ डेविएशन मिलता है वो कितना होना चाहिए, और हमारा फाइनली रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स स्नेल्स लॉ अप्लाई करके रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स हम निकाल लेते हैं. हाँ ठीक है, चलो देखते हैं. दिस इज योर prism. Okay, triangular shape. So give the name A, B, C. Fine. Now after drawing the prism shape, you are allowing your incident light to fall. So let this be your incident angle. Let it starting from P and it is touching at this point. Let this point be Q. So anytime you are measuring the angle, you have to measure the incident angle, refracted angle, whatever the angle you are measuring in the case of your reflection and refraction. Remember, you have to measure with respect to normal. Students always make this mistake. So here you need to draw the normal. So this is your normal which is making 90-degree angle with it. Am I right? So this is nothing but your angle of incident. Clear? Now let this be refracted inside it, and again finally it is go out like this. So this is PQ, let it be R, this is BS. So here also your refracted angle will be measured with respect to, this is your normal. This is one normal, this is another normal. You can give the name N1, N2. Okay. Now this final refracted angle, it is called as emergent angle, E. Okay, because it is not refracted once. Here inside once refracted, then again it is finally refracted. So it is the second time refracted angle. So they are calling it as emergent angle, E. Now just extend this line. If you extend these lines of normal, then somewhere it will meet. Okay, you can give the name as N. Similarly, your incident angle and refracted angle also you extend it. It will join somewhere. Now this is nothing but your angle of deviation. Clear? Now this angle, let it be your refracted angle R1, and inside it let it be your R2. Clear? And give this name as F. Clear? Diagram part you should be very clear. Most of the time we found students are making mistake in drawing this normal. Normal means always it makes the angle 90-degree or perpendicular. Once you are fit with it, then whatever the ray comes, how much angle it is making with respect to normal, you need to measure it. That is your angle of incidence. Here this is the angle of, it is called as emergent angle. This is inside it, it is refracted angle R1 and R2. And this is your finally angle of deviation, etc. Now you can consider first your derivation starting from quadrilateral AQNR. So if I write my quadrilateral in quadrilateral AQNR. You know in quadrilateral the total angle is 360 degree. So I can write it as A angle plus AQN angle plus, this is direct N angle, QNR or N angle. N angle plus your RNR A angle equal to 360 degree. This angle plus this plus this plus this. Quadrilateral what I am taking? AQNR. So total angle 360 degree. Now here it is 90. So obviously the same line extended. So obviously your AQN as well as ARN. This will be 90, 90. So I can write it as A angle plus 90 plus n angle plus 90 equal to 360 degree. So my A angle plus n angle equal to, take this 90 plus 90 180, right side it will be 360 minus 180, so total 180. Now you can see your triangle QNR. You know, in a triangle the total angle is 180 degree. So what we will write, ma? We will write the angle as R1 angle plus R2 angle plus N angle, total is 180 degree. Now I can write my N angle equal to 180 minus R1 angle. I can take my minus as common. Then it will be, now substitute, let it this be equation 1, this will be equation 2. So substitute your two equation in one equation. Now how much you will get? Your A angle equal to plus N angle is 180 minus R1 plus R2 angle equal to 180. 180, 180 both sides get cancelled. Now how much is your A angle? So finally you can write A angle equal to R1 angle plus R2 angle. This is your equation 3. Clear? Okay. Now let us go for writing your angle of deviation zeta. So what is my angle of deviation? It is nothing but exterior angle of which triangle? MQR triangle. So in triangle MQR, what is my exterior angle? So I can write it as exterior angle zeta. You know, exterior angle is the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So what is the two interior angles, ma? One is MQR. MQR angle plus other is MRQ. So MRQ. Clear? Now let us see. You are getting clarity or not? Check the angle. It is your eye angle, ma. This is in this one is your R1 refracted angle. Now this one alone is nothing but your MQR. Check your diagram. MQR is this angle. So how much this angle will be? Because this is equal and opposite angle. So your eye angle must be equal to this angle plus this angle. So what is this angle? That is your MQR is nothing but I minus R1. Am I right? Suppose it is 60 degree, imagine. This is 20 degree. So obviously it will be 60 minus 20, 40. As it is generalized, so we need to subtract it. So what we will write? MQR angle equal to I minus R1. So substitute it. So your zeta equal to I minus R1 plus. Same way you can write your MRQ angle. How much it is? E minus R2. Because equal and opposite both are same. But this part is missing. So how much it is missing? E minus R2. So E minus R2. So your zeta angle equal to I plus E minus, you can take common, R1 plus R2 angle. Now already we know from equation 3 what is our R1 plus R2. It is nothing but your A angle, this top angle A. Fine. So substitute it. So your zeta equal to I plus E minus E. Let this be your equation 4. Fine, ma. Now our target is to find minimum deviation. So what is minimum deviation? Minimum deviation, you can give the notation delta M. In some books they have followed the notation delta M equal to dm. So when it happens, if your angle I is equal to angle E, then only there will be minimum deviation. Or you can say this line is the incident angle and refracted angle, or your angle of emergence or emergent angle remains same. Then R1 also will be equal to R2. When R1 equal to R2, what will happen? This line and this line both will be parallel to each other, or this line will be parallel to this. This is nothing but your base. So your refracted line will be parallel to its base. Fine. Then only there will be minimum deviation. Simple. So minimum deviation, what is the condition? I equal to I and R1 equal to R2 equal to R. Clear? Simple. So now substitute in equations. So what you will get, ma? Your now delta becomes delta mean, or you can even write it as dm. So what is your I? You can replace it by E, or I E can replace by I. Both is possible. Minus A. So it is 2I minus A. Clear, ma? Then another is, what is your A? A is R1 plus R2. So A equal to, now R1 R2 equal to R. Substitute there. So what you will write? A equal to R plus R equal to 2R. Okay. So what is your R now? R equal to A by 2. This you keep it as equation. Here you can write your delta mean equal to 2I minus A. So what is your I, ma? Your target is you have to find your refractive index by applying Snell's law. Okay. So for that you need I1. So here what you will write? I, take this A to this side. You will add it. So I equal to dm, or you can write delta mean. A will go to that side. So it becomes plus A divided by 2. Give this as, this is equation 4. Give it as equation 5. This you give as equation 6. Simple, matter over. Now go for applying Snell's law. What is Snell's law, ma? Your refractive index N21 equal to N2 by N1 equal to sin I by sin R. Fine, ma. Now what is your sin I? I value you substitute it. So how much you will get? Sin dm plus A divided by 2 divided by sin A by 2. That's all, ma. This is your expression for a refractive index of prism. Now further little bit simplification. That is nothing but, you know, if your theta is small, this is your expression, you got it. You mention it as equation 7. I think all of you studied in mathematics. If theta angle is very small, then sin theta is approximately equal to theta. So instead of that, you can directly substitute it. N21 equal to dm plus A by 2 divided by A by 2. So 2 to get cancelled, what you will get, ma? dm plus A by A, or dm by A minus plus 1. A by A becomes 1. So what is my N21 minus 1 equal to dm by A? Now what is my dm is nothing but minimum deviation equal to A whole into N21 minus 1. Now this expression is applicable for thin prism. This is applicable for all triangular prism. This is very thin prism, because we are considering that the angle theta is very, very small. Under that condition only. Very simple derivation or not? But it is highly important. Every alternate year it is asking, even some years continuously repeated. Years regularly they are asking this question for derivation of 5 marks. So take your rough note, practice it, and one graph also you need to draw along with it. That is, what is, this is your angle of incident, this is angle of deviation. If you draw this graph, it will be like this. Usually 0, 20, 40 degree, 60 degree, and here it will be 20 degree. Here you are finding two values. That's the difference. Okay, this is your angle of incident, this is your angle of deviation. Okay, just take the snapshot. Okay, students, just practice it, then easily you will understood how easy it is for you to derive the expression of refractive index or application of Snell's law to find the refractive index in case of prism. Take care, students. Bye bye.